Even if we wanted to, we could not begin to understand what is happening inside the sick brain of Meghan Markle. All we can really say with certainty is that she does control Harry absolutely. And I'm not trying to say that Harry didn't want to move away from his family, because I think he in fact did. There's nothing wrong with that. But not only did Meghan encourage Harry to destroy the relationships with his family once she had him under control, she also told him what to do and she told him what to say about his family. So I don't really think this is Harry at all. In fact, Harry does not have the intelligence to be doing all this damage. It is being done by his evil, manipulative wife. As far as I can tell, Meghan already ditched her entire family, except for, of course, her mother, because sometimes she needs a black person beside her in the interviews. From what is being reported, her family simply doesn't have the kind of money that Harry's family has. Even though we would assume, by the way Meghan acts, she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth, the roles in fact were reversed. Royal expert Phil Dampier has been criticizing Meghan and Harry. He said, "Remember when you were a kid and you had that one friend? Every time you got together, you got in trouble." Or that one friend who every time you got together, she talked about her husband, and then you and your husband fight because she works you up too. How much Harry and she are even together or good parents, we do not know. Harry is obviously easily led and has rewritten his life history to fit the narrative they had to sell. Selling her family secrets, well, I am willing to bet the juiciest is Meghan's own. He added, what is the royal family going to do? They cannot sue Harry and Meghan as Dominion did Fox. We the public are the only ones who can shut them down by not buying their bullshit or supporting the monetization of their travails. Let's do that, why don't we? It's true that Meghan was the one who made Harry turn on his own family. She has openly proven this multiple times, especially throughout that stupid Netflix docuseries, so this is not mere speculation. Considering that they have used about every kind of media to air their complaints publicly, and for a lot of money too, this is their only job and this is their only source of continued income outside of Harry's trust fund. So I think it's safe to say that at least part of the motivation is of course to make money. There is an agenda in every single thing that Meghan does. Obviously, she wants to be rich and famous. Again, this is not conjecture. We had facts to prove this thanks to Netflix and Oprah and The Cut magazine, Ellen DeGeneres, Gayle King, Scooby-Doo, Archetypes, multiple lawsuits, Finding Freedom, and also Harry's awful book. Now, supposedly, Meghan Markle is working on yet another book, so we have real evidence that they are making money by selling out Harry's family and that Meghan is leading this whole crusade. Even during the engagement interview, Harry could barely get a word in. But at the end of the day, Harry is still a human being. He's got his own mind, maybe, and he can be influenced, but he can't be forced to have whatever relationship he has or does not have with his own family. Harry is the one who wanted to denigrate his family, let's remember. He has been so disrespectful towards his late mother's memory, and even former friends, he's used them as his source of income. So Harry is responsible for his own behavior. Meghan, though, is fanning the flames of jealousy and resentment that were obviously already there. And as for Harry encouraging Meghan to air her family's dirty laundry in public for money, well, that point doesn't really matter. Meghan already turned on her family all by herself when she made her ascent into the royal family. Meghan's family, let's remember, are commoners. They're not royal, so they're not as lucrative as Harry's family is. There are also some other reasons that Meghan needs to be very careful when it comes to her own family. You see, there are both white and black people in her family, so when she throws them away, that could threaten her platform of waging a war against racism, supposedly. They're not rich or famous, so there's not much interest in her relationship with them anyway. Most importantly, though, they know the real Meghan. They know the one behind the mask. They know all about her past, so it's a lot better for Meghan to not kick the horse too hard unless they reveal a lot more about her than she wants to be revealed. Instead, it's easier for her to just view them as embarrassing leeches whose only desire is to make money off of her being a celebrity. That really helps her out a lot with her victim narrative too, and it also mitigates the fact that there are some dangerous secrets that they might be able to reveal. It's not worth a lot of money because they have never really been so important in Meghan's public life anyway. Harry probably does not know Meghan's family well enough to say a lot. His only known interaction, after all, is with her mother, Doria. Another thing we need to remember is that Harry obviously is not the one wearing the pants in that relationship, which probably just makes him even more resentful towards his brother and Catherine and Charles and Camilla too, because they clearly have happy and balanced marriages. To have any link whatsoever to Harry's family makes money, but Meghan was basically unknown until she became involved with Harry. Now ultimately, both of them are anything but private, and their tacky whinging is getting real old. The only thing that brightens the conversations about them is when there's a big royal event for them to try to scandalize. After the coronation, you know they're going to go right back to whining about the usual stuff until Charles passes away and William finally becomes king. But it looks to me like they are going to run into a brick wall. I do not believe that William is going to be willing to forgive the lies about him having an affair, the bullying of his sweet baby girl, and the complete disrespect towards his gorgeous wife. And how could he ever forget the stress that Harry and Meghan put both of his grandparents through at a very vulnerable time of their lives? I don't think he'll forgive Harry for the horrible way that he used his mother's memory to make money. Diana has to be rolling over in her grave with disgust at Harry's behavior. The stupid jealousy of Harry. William had a bigger room. He got more sausages at breakfast. Ugh, what is wrong with him? Harry's nearly 40 years old. I mean, come on, grow up. I wish William all the best in handling those two. Ms. Julia San has also weighed in, explaining Wills must be fuming re the antics of this idiot and his baggage, but has to restrain himself at the moment. Hope I live to see him become king, and of course his delightful wife, Queen. I don't think Charles will reign as long as his mother did, so Wills will be taking over at an earlier age than his father. If the mouth on legs is still vying for popularity, he will be dealt with once and for all. Aside from being furious, it has to be extremely painful for William to have his mother's memory constantly dredged up and sold en masse by his own brother, especially some of the more sordid bits in Meghan's constant posturing as Diana 2.0. It's a terrible intrusion on the grief of everyone who loved Diana personally, but particularly for William, with whom she was so close. I've often thought of how hard it must be for her loved ones to see the endless books, movies, speculations, and exploitation over her marriage and death by various authors and the world at large. It has to be unbearable to see his own brother selling her out, bashing the family, hurling insults at everyone and everything William loves, cheapening himself the way Harry has. It's too sad. And you, what do you think about them? Please tell me your opinion below in the comment section. If you think my video is useful, don't be afraid to like and share it with anyone else who would enjoy it.